私と付き合ってください。
まずはありがとう is today's Japanese phrase, which is a slang phrase, but also not. Because mazu wa arigato just means, first of all, thanks. And so when people want to say thanks, first of all, they can use this phrase. Like this person here, who more than anything wants to thank an idol for being born. That is the primary thing that they want to say thank you for, so they use this phrase to do so. However, that is not the reason that mazu wa arigato has become the 6th biggest slang phrase of 2025 in the first half of the year. So what's going on? Are Japanese people more thankful than usual? And faster than usual? Well, no. Basically, a use of mazu wa arigato that has arguably existed kind of forever has been launched as a kind of meme phrase on the internet as something you say right before you tell somebody kind of bad news, the stereotype being turning them down when they ask you out. Indeed, perhaps across all the data I looked at while preparing this video, this image here really expresses the vibe that this new mazu wa arigato expresses more than anything else. Not only has it popped off as something that people like say on tweets, etc., and often a joking way, it is now being used as a format in video memes, such as the one that you're about to see, wherein somebody begins the rejection of somebody by using this phrase.
なんで僕と付き合ってほしいです。
まずは伝えてくれてありがとう。正直に言うと友達のままでいたいんだよね。
いやー、そうっすよね。
Now the full video of this is actually a bit of a play where everything she says is kind of contradictory and confusing, giving these mixed signals.
でも友達みたいな恋人が理想。
え？
ただ最近彼氏と別れたばっかりで気持ちの整理がついてないんだよね。
いや、そうっすよね。
だからこそ支えてほしいなとも思ってる。
え、マジっすか？
It's, but while that could have been done at any time, the use of mazu wa arigato at the very start of that is evidence that it's part of this trend. But why did this trend start? Well, that's kinda hard to say. When is pretty easy. Early this year. That's why it's number 6. But it doesn't seem like there was a starting event. Rather, we're dealing with kind of a combination of factors. One is just, perhaps, people saw other people using this online and jumped on the trend. One definite factor, though, is the Japanese dating show Kyo wa suki ni narimashita, also known as Kyosuki, which has been running for quite a while now, but has seen growing popularity. And in this show, wherein high schoolers go to like an island and spend some time together and then at the end tell each other if they want to go out, it seems like that a lot of the people say mazu wa arigato before rejecting somebody. Here's an example.
二人ともまずありがとう。すごい楽しかったんだけど、二人の気持ちに応えることができないです。
Although that said, sometimes they say it before accepting somebody too, so here's an example of that.
大好きです。付き合ってください。
まずは2泊3日一緒に過ごしてくれてありがとうございました。お願いします。
お願いします。
Nevertheless, the popularity of the show and the frequent use of this phrase on it are certainly a factor as to why we're seeing a boom now.
ゆのんちゃん、好きです。付き合ってください。
まずはありがとう。
帰るわ。
But there are also other possible influences. For instance, in a few seconds I'll show you a video from July of 2024, so well before that line went up, which went pretty viral on TikTok and is based around the joke that the person says mazu wa arigato in response to a number of things, but then goes on to compliment and give positive news, playing with your expectations.
これ誰が買ってきたやつこれ。あ、高橋が買ってきてくれた。いや、全然。いや、まずは、買ってきてくれてありがとう。すごい美味しいわ、これ。
And way before that, there are other videos that use this format that are much less popular, but still keep the kind of thing going. So I'm guessing this is sort of a slow build-up. Indeed, a Japanese blog I found after I'd done all the work for this video actually basically found all the same things I had and came to the same conclusion that there doesn't seem to be a flashpoint, it's just a build-up with a number of things combining together to make it explode. And explode it has. You can see people discussing it in a meta-linguistic way, talking about how it shows a change from compliment to diss to compliment. Other people amusingly noting that it's a useful term to use when you can barely contain your anger or desire to kill. Or on the lighter side, people analyzing it as kind of a social get-out-of-jail-free card. As long as you thank someone first, the rejection isn't as hard. And indeed, in the use you saw in those videos, it is meant to be a polite thing, not a sarcastic thing. And this popularity has also, of course, just spawned general memery like what you're looking at now. Or this rather hilarious act of self-depreciation in response to a photo someone posted online asking if anyone wanted to marry them. If you want a bit of bonus slang, batsuichi there means once divorced, as in you have one batsu, on your record. But that's a fairly well-known term. And indeed, the whole thing is so popular that there are now line stickers. So whether or not the use of mazu wa arigato is heavily sarcastic and sardonic, or actually kind of polite, obviously depends on context, but there's no question that people right now are finding it an incredibly useful and fun thing to say, before saying no. So I hope you enjoyed this video, but if not, and you feel like expressing that in the comments or something, well, mazu wa arigato.